We now switch over to Class 3A Division II, taking a look at the number 3 ranked Wall Hawks, who are coming off an outstanding season last year, making the state semifinals in Craig Slaughter's first season as head coach. And the Hawks are looking to do some big things again in 5.
We got a great group of guys. We got a ton of athletes. I mean, a ton of guys that can play, and I feel like if we play together, we're very capable. And I mean, expectations are high, so we're going to go meet those expectations.
Coach Slaughter, great to see you here this evening, sir.
Thank you for having us.
Just talk about last season. Obviously, you switched to the wide open, pass happy offense after having the flex bone for so many years out there, run oriented offense, and now it's so wide open, and you really flourished last year. Talk about how you feel like you can pick up where you left off last year and making the state semis, Coach.
Just obviously year 2 of that open scheme. Again, looking, when we were getting the job, we knew we had some serious perimeter speed and talent, and we wanted to get the ball to those kids in space. And again, credit to the offensive coaching staff, Coach Arnold and those guys. Credit to the kids that made it happen. And obviously a ton of those kids, we're back. We're real proud of what we got done last year, but we feel like unfinished business, and we hope to be back in that same position and finish that game this year.
And talk about how you feel like quarterback Landon York now in the second season as a starter for you. How do you feel like he can pick up where he left off and take it up a notch or two?
And then obviously checked so many of those boxes last year. He managed the offense, distributed the football, limited turnovers, 48 touchdowns. That's video game numbers, and just in complete control really from about probably week 4 or 5 on. Now we've had a spring and a summer. So many of those skilled kids are back. We could line up right now, and look pretty efficient, I think, in the 2-minute offense. Landon is great team leader, great player, and going to have a monster year.
And obviously you're a defensive guy. You were the former defensive coordinator, obviously. Talk about what you've seen on that side of the ball and how you feel like your guys are going to be able to take care of business on defense.
Wall has traditionally played really strong defense. We have very athletic, cerebral kids. I really think defense is get them lined up, get them to be aggressive, and get out of the way and let them play. We're replacing more kids on that side of the ball. So there's not as many proven players right now, but I think in 4 to 5 weeks, that there'll be kids that look like they've played 15 varsity games, and they'll be good to go.
Tell me one word that you would use to describe this 2025 bunch, Coach, going into the season.
I would say either motivated or hungry. Getting that close. We know we were right there. We, obviously we won the whole thing in baseball. We got second in track. Got third in football. And most of those kids, we would love to be the first team that's ever done it. In Wall football, and we know we have a ton of those pieces there. Now we've got to go put it together and make it happen.
And talk about that season opener. You got a big one coming up in week 1, right, Coach?
Oh yeah, no, we host the Punchers. Just a super tough program. I'm always envious when I watch them play. Sub-varsity, watch them play somebody else. They're just a toughness that program has. And again, I think we've played them 8 or 9, years in a row. There's been a ton of great games, including 3 or 4 that, that went their way. I'm excited to get things rolling and get our season kicked off. I'm not necessarily excited to do it against those guys because I know they can play. But we're ready to get the ball rolling, and let's go see what happens.
We're looking forward to seeing what the Hawks can do this year, Coach. We appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Go Hawks.